That was All My Brothers there. We're here with Richie Hardcore, and we are talking now about optimism and the positive effects it can have on the mind and the body.
Andy Pickering at Pilot Magazine, he tweeted me this article. It's called How the Power of Positive Thinking Won Scientific Credibility.
Right.
Well, as I was saying before the break, it's not just, my personal thing. There's a whole ton of like academic research behind how the power of optimism has really positive psychological and physical benefits. So in 1985, a couple of guys, Michael Shire and Charles Tavers, did a study called Optimism, Coping and Health, Assessment and the Implications of Generalized Outcome Expectancies, which is a real mouthful.
Catchy.
Oh, the scientists never put good titles on those things.
I know. Exactly. I think that's our job, right? It's like making it digestible for the people. Anyway, they did a whole bunch of interviews and research, and they came out with a general consensus that being optimistic leads to less mortality from things like heart disease. You recover quicker from all sorts of illness. You obviously aren't going to be as depressed, and you're going to just have a generally better quality of life if you have an optimistic disposition. And optimistic disposition is defined as the general expectation that good versus bad things will happen across life, which is, and how that happens is, like how do you be optimistic, or what do optimistic people do differently that causes you to have these positive outcomes? So it's more like people who are optimistic are more problem solvers. I'm reading here.
Yeah, I am riveted at the moment. That's great.
They're more likely to accept things that they cannot change, So instead of like dwelling on it, they accept it and move on. And this is hilarious because I was like, I bought you a test, and you instantly were like, I'm going to do really bad at
I'm
that
going to fail this test, man.
and physically, they're more likely to engage in behaviours that help protect yourself from disease and promote recovery from illness. So they don't smoke, they drink less, they have better diets, and more likely to exercise, sleep well, and adhere to rehabilitation programs, whether it's from addiction or physical injury.
There was a thing I was actually watching when I was in Australia, weirdly. It was like this debate between Richard Dawkins and this like priest guy, and they were asking about like the positive effects of like physically of having faith. Having faith, and especially in like hospice situations and stuff, and how that can actually have a positive effect.
Sure.
But then also, I mean, there is a place for, I don't know, cynicism. I like it. There's a place for cynicism. I can't, it's hard. The idea of willing yourself to be optimistic, for me personally, is very difficult.
I think it's a learned behaviour. I think I used to be a pretty, I didn't have a whole lot of self-esteem growing up. I was kind of a pretty sad kid. And I don't know, I got into sports and martial arts and stuff when I was young, and I met some really inspirational men who were really great mentors to me. And they did change my perspective over time, and until I'm just psyched all the time now. I'm just like,
I'm getting psyched. Like, I don't get easily psyched, and I'm getting kind of psyched at this.
Shall we do the
test?
I've got a couple of questions for the test.
Yes.
Okay, I've got a test.
Let's write our scores down.
You can take one for later.
Right.
How about, so be as honest as you can throughout, and try not to let your response to one question influence your response to others. You got that?
Don't lie.
Yeah.
Don't lie.
All right,
especially to all the people out there.
And so it's like 0,
well.
strongly disagree, 1, disagree, 2, neutral, 3, agree, and 4, strongly agree.
Yep. Got it?
Yep. Okay.
Question 1. In uncertain times, I usually expect the best.
1, disagree. Honestly, I was going to do a gig the other night, and it seemed like it was going to be the worst gig, and I freaked out and nearly left before I did it.
Oh,
but then I did it, and it was great. Yeah,
there we go.
I didn't learn anything from it.
Yeah, I'd be agree.
You'd be agree.
Yeah, it'll be all good. That's
it'll be all
the
good.
mantra that I have.
He expects the best. I like it. We've got different teams here. So
we do.
It's easy for me to relax is question 2.
4.
Agree.
Strongly agree.
2, neutral.
Question 3. If something can go wrong for me, it will.
2.
Neutral. Mr. Lambourne?
Neutral.
Neutral?
Oh, no, probably not. Probably disagree. 1.
1?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Number 4, I'm always optimistic about my future.
I actually say 3, agree.
Same.
Good. That makes me happy.
It's
like
good.
deep in my soul.
Number
5, I
as
enjoy
well.
my friends a lot.
4, I strongly agree.
6, it's important for me to keep busy.
4.
Strongly agree.
3.
3.
I can do nothing easily.
Which is important too. If you're too busy, you can burn yourself out.
Exactly.
Number 7, I hardly ever expect things to go my way.
Disagree.
Disagree.
Disagree. 1. All right.
Number 8, I don't get upset too easily.
Disagree.
Really?
Strongly disagree.
You're a sensitive soul?
I'm awfully sensitive. It's terrible. It's a terrible thing. So I'll give a 1. Disagree.
And number 9, I really count on good things happening to me.
Neutral.
Neutral?
No. 1. Disagree.
What about you, Tim?
Yeah, I'll be a 1.
I really count on good things happening to me. Disagree? Cool.
Yeah.
Number 10, overall, I expect more good things to happen to me than bad.
Number 3. Agree.
Yeah. 3. Agree.
So you're pretty optimistic.
Yeah, I turned optimistic by the end, but the start was a bad start.
Did you really change your ideas, or are you just giving
Well,
answers?
there were different answers. There were
the way
different
they
questions.
phrased it.
Yeah. Bradley
This
says.
kind of goes to what you were saying before about optimism and going too far sometimes, though.
Right, for me, there's a fine line between optimism and delusion. One should never ignore the realities of a situation. That's true. But then I guess it's the difference between dwelling on the possibilities of the situation.
Totally.
Right.
It's like the smart scientists say. It's like people who are optimistic can accept negative things, but the way they deal with them is in a healthier manner.
Nice. All right, well, I'm going to calculate my score a bit later on. We'll reveal that. But thank you so much, Richie. How interesting.
I thought it was really interesting too. You know, I felt reassured to know that having an optimistic disposition does actually translate, scientifically into having a better quality of life.
And if people want to hear more of your musings on life, they can listen to 95 BFM.
I'm on BFM from time to time. I haven't got a regular slot at the moment, but I'm on there regularly. I've been doing lots of interviews with different musicians that have been touring and going to be touring. So
fantastic.
Check it out.
Sweet. All right, Tim Lamborn, what are we going to go to?
Funnily enough, Disparate Youth.
Send to gold.